Hey there guys, it's Steven again, and today I had three fantastic battles with my buddy Stephane, and I decided instead of showing them all individually, I would do a big 3-in-1 video, and I'll show them all. And we started with a quick, well, we didn't start it, this was actually our last battle, but I'm gonna start with a quick doubles battle we did. And basically here, what I thought was that this Glisker would use Protect, so I decided to stay in and try to attack his Rotom, and hopefully he would die because I knew that this Rotom could take out my Talonflame with just one hit, but sadly he lives that with just a bit of HP, and Rotom is able to take him out, and for some reason Stephane decided to also Toxic it. So again, I'm gonna bring my Rotom back, and I just want to kill this Rotom, switch out, and bring my Jolteon. And again, I thought this damn Glisker would use Protect, but no, he keeps defying the odds, and he goes for Earthquake, which is super effective against both these pokes. So I know that Glisker doesn't have a high attack stat, so I thought that my Jolteon could live it, but he barely lives it. He lives with 3 HP, and even my Barbaracle takes a huge chunk of damage, so that was a pretty good move. But again, I'm just gonna continue using the smart strategy, and I'm just gonna attack his other Pokemon because I know at any point this Glisker is gonna Protect. So I go with a Poison Jab of this Greninja, and it kills it right away. I went to a Thunderbolt on it in case it survived, but of course it didn't, so it went on that Glisker. It's not gonna affect it, but that wasn't my play there. So I'm gonna go and do a Razor Shell on this Volcarena. And I had the Shadow Ball just in case it did die, or in case the Razor Shell missed. So I used that Shadow Ball on that Glisker. He goes for another Earthquake. And that Earthquake will bring my Barbaracle all the way down to just a few HP. But that's the game. Basically, he's gonna stall this with a useless Protect, but I'm gonna be able to take him out in the next turn anyway with a Razor Shell. And I had a Hydro Pump in case. So there you go guys, that was the first battle. Really awesome one. I really enjoyed those double battles. So I'm gonna go into the next battle, which was a 6-on-6. I think this was the second one we had at the night. And as you see right away, Stephane now has a freaking Dragonite, and those things are a huge problem. And I started with my Greninja just because in case he decided to start with that Dragonite, because that's what he did the first match, and he goes for the Rotom, so right away I'm screwed. I know he's gonna either go and do a Volt Switch on my Scissor or get a burn, which he did. So that match starts really well for him. He's gonna switch out, obviously. He's gonna bring his Volcarena, and here what I should have done, I should have predicted that. That was a pretty obvious play, but I didn't. I went for the Swords Dance. If I would have went for the Aerial Slash, I think I could have maybe killed that Volcarena because it's weak to flying, or almost kill it because of burn, but I'm pretty sure it would have still killed it. And then I decided to stay in and went for the Aerial Slash just in case he overpredicts and did the Buzz Off move. But he didn't, so I lost my Scissor right away, so this match is going extremely well for him. And right away here, I do an Ice Beam, like on this Volcarena, because who's gonna stay in against a Greninja? But he decides to stay in for some reason. It's a good play, but I think it's a bit reckless, so he's gonna do that move there, so I know now that he can outspeed me. I just need to get a bit lucky here and get 3 freaking Water Shurikens, but I guess that's too much to ask. He's gonna do a Fairy Dance and almost knock my Greninja down. Now I only have 4 HP. He's gonna die, but my Greninja is almost dead now, and I really could have used it later on. So he's gonna bring his Greninja. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for Water Shuriken, so I switch out. I get the hell out of there because I still need it for later. I bring my sword in. He's gonna go for Surf, which sucks because it's gonna bust my balloon, but that was the best move because I don't really have anything that can take a Surf from this Greninja. He's gonna do another one. I'm just gonna Toxic it. Get some poison damage in there. I'm going to use a King Shield hopefully to get more poison damage. It's going to go for another Surf, and of course that's not going to do anything. as the residual poison damage will work its way. He's gonna KO me there. I just didn't want to switch because that's not really a good team I have right now. I tried in my 2 battles. I have lots of offensive Pokemon, lots of speed, but they don't have defense, which means I can't really switch. Every time I switch, it's a huge risk, and that's why I just wasn't at my best with these 2 matches. So he's gonna bring his Dragonite here. This thing is a beast. I'm gonna Brave Bird it. It's not gonna do anything. He's gonna Dragon Dance here, and I'm stupid. I knew that this thing is choice banded, so basically he did a Dragon Dance and now he can't do anything. So he's gonna have no choice but to withdraw, but I think I did the same. So he's gonna bring his Rotom. Oh no, I just went to Brave Bird because I probably thought that I was gonna sack my Talonflame anyway, so I'm just gonna switch it out and bring my own Rotom, and as you'll see, the Volt Switch will do a ton of damage, so that thing has a lot of special attack. And he's gonna bring his own Glisker, and he's gonna protect, which is fine. I'm gonna use Hydro Pump, so he knows that he cannot stay in that fight. He's gonna bring his Dragonite again. I'm gonna Hydro Pump it, which will not do much at all. I'm gonna do another Hydro Pump, and look at these. Hydro Pump never misses for me, and you'll see later why I have a little rant coming up. He's gonna use Outrage, KO my Rotom, that's fine. You know he's locked into Outrage now. And my Greninja can simply kill it with 1 Ice Beam. So I have this Dragonite. I really, as soon as Pokebank is released, I'm gonna get myself a Dragonite that has extreme speed. I hope it's learnable by, I know it's an egg move, and I hope it's learnable in Black and White or Black and White 2. Because if it's learnable only in Platinum and the other, basically Generation 4, I'm not far in those games, so I cannot really do much in those cases, but I really want a Dragonite with extreme speed. So here I do an extremely sparse play. I bring my Tyrantrum here. My goal is, I know I can survive because of my Focus Sash. I'm just gonna set up a Dragon Dance, and basically I have a free victory here. But look at this, Ice Fang misses on this damn Glisker. This is a 95% move accuracy, guys, and it misses. And this happens all the freaking time, and it pisses me off. I know it's Pokemon, it's part of the game, but I had the match here. An Ice Fang would have taken this out easily, and then I could have used Thunder Fang on this thing and claimed the victory. But instead, I'm gonna die. I did a ruse here, just I wanted to see if I could survive a move. I forgot he had Rock Blast, so he's gonna have the victory here. That's a pretty awesome match. But if you look at all my videos, I rarely miss Hydro Pump, and that's an 80% move. Toxic, which is 90%, I never miss. Never miss Toxic. But these damn Fang moves, which are all 95%, I always seem to miss there 1 out of 3 times. So that's bullshit if you ask me. I really wonder if somebody else did a video on this or did stats, because I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with the Pokemon system, because those moves always seem to miss. Anyway, this was the first battle we had today, and that's where we introduced this Dragonite to me, and I immediately feared it because I switched my Greninja here because I was like, I can survive at least 1 move and kill it in the next one with Ice Beam, but no, I cannot because he's choice banded, obviously. I'm gonna bring my sword here. It's gonna go for an Outrage. I'm just gonna King Shield to drop his attack, which is perfect. He's gonna withdraw it, but now I'm on the back of my head. I have this threat that I need to deal it at some point, and I don't have anything else to deal with it besides my Greninja. So I'm gonna get a free Toxic on this Volcarina, which is perfect. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna bring my Rotom, but again, switching out my team is not that good because look at that. It still does well over 50%. Brings my Rotom way down, so he's gonna withdraw his Volcarina, which is fine. He's gonna bring his own Rotom. And I went for the Hydro Pump here, which again, look, doesn't miss. I'm gonna have to switch because I cannot take a Volt Switch from this thing, and I'm gonna bring my sword back and probably sacrifice my balloon, but that's fine. So he's gonna do Volt Switch, switch out, and bring his Volcarina back. And I think at this point I decided that no, that's not the point, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I decided to switch out, bring Jared Nickel to the fight, here making his grand debut, and he's gonna let me down as he usually does, as he's gonna be KO'd in just 2 moves. I really thought I could set up a shell smash there, and that wasn't the case. That's really disappointing, but oh well. So I'm gonna bring my Talonflame, which I adore. It's one of my best Pokemon I have there. The ability Gale Wings is simply awesome, as it makes every single flying attack priority. So that means that Roost, Brave Bird, even Wing Attack if you want, is a priority move. So that's awesome, and I think Stephane didn't know that ability existed before this fight, as you'll see later. So he's going to bring his Gliscor in. I'm going to be able to set up, use a free Iron Head, which will do a ton of damage to this thing. And at this point I said I know I don't have anything that can take any of his attacks, so I'm not going to switch anymore. I'm just going to sack this Aegislash, and hopefully I can start up fresh with my Talonflame and set up a Swords Dance and try to get as much damage as I can. But luckily he does another switch, and I get another Iron Head and do a ton of damage to this Dragonite. He's going to bring his Rotom again. I'm going to have another Shadow Sneak, and I'm going to be able to use another one and kill this Rotom. So a ton of misplays here by Stephane, because this fight should have probably been his, but that happens. He's going to bring his Greninja here, and I'm going to get another free Shadow Sneak on him. First I'm going to just do a King Shield just to simply scout ahead and see what he's going to do. And here I'm just like, well, I'll do a Shadow Sneak, get as much damage as he can. Since he's now a water type, it's going to do even more damage than before, because before he was also dark, which would have been at least half of that damage. So that was pretty smart to do a King Shield first. And now I'm going to bring my Talonflame, and the damage will begin. I'm going to use Brave Bird. He thought he would be faster than me, but again, Gale's Wings rocks. So I'm going to take that thing out. And now I think he's going to bring that Gliscor, which tells me that I can now set up some Swords Dance. I'm going to do one Brave Bird. I see that it's not enough, and I know Stephane, he's going to Toxic me, and then he's going to go for the predictable Protect. So this is where I set up a Swords Dance, and basically after a Swords Dance this is going to do a ton of damage, because Brave Bird is 120, it's 100%, plus it's Stab, and it's also a priority attack with this thing, so I'm in a pretty good position. He's going to Poison Heal, but there's nothing he can do here. Brave Bird will take anything out almost at this point. So he's gonna bring his last Pokemon, if I believe. Oh no, he still have his Dragonite and his Cloyster, so I'm gonna take care of this Dragonite with a Brave Bird. And luckily for me, after the recoil and the toxic damage, I'm still gonna be alive. So I'm gonna be able to get one more Brave Bird on whatever else he has. I decided to go for Flare Bits here just because I thought that Brave Bird wouldn't do as much, but it's actually the same thing. The only difference is that Flare Bits, you have a little chance of poisoning the opponent, so not poisoning but burning the opponent. So his Cloyster gets the burn, he dies, and I send in my Rotom, and he goes for his Volcarina. So I have the match here with one Volt Switch. So I hope you guys really enjoyed these battles. They were a lot of fun to be had, and be sure to look forward for the next videos. My girlfriend actually had a battle with Stephane, and that's coming up I think tomorrow or the day after, and it's pretty amazing. She had no clue what she was doing and no clue what was going on, so her commentary is pretty funny, so be sure to check that out. And also Jared Nickel, our own executive director here at ProjectCoe.com, will also make his Pokemon debut, so be sure to check those out. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to leave a comment, favorite this, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.